Look, I think his quality is obviously there, and he bowled well according to his plans. But for us, it's disappointing that I thought in the game, especially at that stage, we were in with a situation where we thought if the two set batsmen could bat a bit longer, maybe sort of we could take the game towards the draw.
What about what you have to say about the two Telugas? I mean, Azam scored 100 in the first innings, and the way Abdullah was batted in both innings, especially in this innings, he was holding it together. Your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I think it's always it's a silver lining to sort of look at the bright side and see what went well in this game. And those game, especially at that stage, we were in with a situation where we thought if the two set batsmen could bat a bit longer, maybe sort of we could take the game towards the draw.
What about what you have to say about the two Telugas? I mean, Azam scored 100 in the first innings, and the way Abdullah was batted in both innings, especially in this innings, he was holding it together. Your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I think it's always it's a silver lining to sort of look at the bright side and see what went well in this game. And those two were exceptional. I thought how they played in that first innings, Azan especially when he got hit in the head. Abdullah did not know that he was playing till very late that night before the test match. And then even today he got a knock to the head in training. And still to go out there to play with that maturity, to be positive but then also be mindful of the situation. I thought both of them played really well, and you can see that once they start playing more Test cricket, they'll also get that maturity in terms of making even better decisions. But their decision making and their shot selection and how they played was exceptional.
When Bangladesh lost two early wickets in both innings, they had a partnership between Mohammed and Shan. Do you think that was the turning point?
100%. I thought as a bowling unit, I never like it's at the end of the day it's a team effort. So I'd never say that the bowling went wrong or the batting went wrong. But as a bowling unit, as a team, we felt that twice we bowled really well in the first hour. We got two early wickets, and that's what you want. You want the middle order to face the harder ball conditions where the bowlers are on top. And twice, I think you have to give credit to Shanto and Mominul for batting well. But as a bowling unit, that's where we'll feel that we let the game slip away.
7 wickets were taken by the Pacers in the day 5, the test match in the subcontinent. Do you think this is quite unusual for this part of the world?
Look, I think cricket changes, especially with the World Test Championship, and you look at your strengths, and you obviously look at the opposition as well, and then you try and decide what surfaces to play on. But I thought it was a very good Test wicket. It had something for everyone. I thought the spinners actually created pressure for the fast bowlers to take wickets, like in the first innings when we lost 7 wickets to spinners in our first innings. I thought it was the pace attack that actually bowled well, and then the spinners, while they were containing, were able to pick up a few more wickets than what I thought would be usual. So it was a good Test wicket. It had everything for everyone: batting, bowling, anything.
I can say what goes through your batting is fine when you are facing tight runners. Not from this that you made it out in the first inning. So do you have any special plan for it? How do you face tight runners?
I don't think as a batsman, you're told to focus on the ball and try and play the ball to its merit. We respect any opposition that we play against, and we play against some very decent bowlers in world cricket, in Test cricket. So for us, as a batting unit, it's always about watching the ball and obviously being aware of the situation. If someone is bowling a good spell, you want to see that spell out. But then if someone is offering some runs to be scored, then you also score off that bowler.
Be enough for you and will go for the win. Was it just his personal opinion, or is it the team plan that you will go for the win definitely?
I have no idea about that.
Shan, as he said, Agha was pretty clear that Pakistan would go for the win if the target is under 270. And even after today, after the tea, he got out while playing an attacking. Do you think that was the turning point?
Look, I think, like I said, I've answered that question earlier. When the target was set, our mindset was to bat and to see how the game goes. And like I said, in Test cricket, you'll always be respectful of the good balls, and then you'll always try to put any scoring opportunities away for runs. And I thought at T we were in a decent position, but we were still some way off a sort of a reasonable position to go for the target. You also have to take light into account. I don't think 75 overs was possible. So in terms of that, again, you assess conditions and you assess situations at certain points. And I thought at T, when the two set guys went in, I thought we were in a decent position. Turning point, I think there have been a lot of turning points in the game. We can't pinpoint it to one. So as a team, we have to look at things collectively and see the mistakes we've made.
Shan, what do you make of the shot shakeel played? I mean, actually good partnership was going on in the played this shot. The second part of the question is, I mean, once the partnership was broken, do you think that there was a fear factor night run up? I mean, the batsman, the fear factor actually played in their mind?
Look, like I said, we can't pinpoint a whole 5-day test match to one sort of dismissal or one event. There are a lot of things that we will reflect as a team, but yes, at that moment of time, that partnership, I was personally thinking that it was 10 past 4. These guys bat another half an hour to 40 minutes, and maybe even Bangladesh might sort of back off a bit because light's been sort of fading away just as we cross 5 o'clock over here. So that was a very important part in the game. And look, against the lower order, as a bowling unit, you always want express pace. And I thought Rana bowled well against our lower order.
शान पाकिस्तान की ये जो टेस्ट टीम है इसके अंदर 6-7 प्लेयर हैं जो कि पिछले फिगर से खेलते चले आ रहे हैं और नए प्लेयर्स को अपने चांस दिया, मज़ाहमत में उनकी देख ली है. सो एक आई ओपनर है, अब हमें थोड़ा सा संजीदा होना पड़ेगा इन सीनियर प्लेयर्स की शॉट सिलेक्शन या जो बॉलिंग स्पीड है. हमें नए प्लेयर्स की तरफ जाना चाहिए क्योंकि रिजल्ट तो आ नहीं रहे और हम बिला वजह तो 7वें 8वें पे स्टैंड तो नहीं कर रहे.
देखिए, इसको थोड़ा सा अभी ऑब्वियसली इमोशंस हाई होते हैं जब आप हारते हैं. थोड़ा सा इसको प्रैक्टिकली भी देखना चाहिए. आपकी बात एक उसमें बिल्कुल ठीक है, लेकिन जो टीम होती है वो हमेशा एक ब्लेंड होता है. और हमने पास में भी देखा है कि अगर हमने बिल्कुल ही यंग टीम भेज दी है इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट में तो वो कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट होती है. हम एज ए टीम सेल्फ रिफ्लेक्शन करनी होगी, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लेनी होगी. आई थिंक मोमेंट्स थे बॉलिंग में पहली इनिंग्स में, बॉलिंग में सेकंड इनिंग्स में, बैटिंग में पहली इनिंग्स में, बैटिंग में सेकंड इनिंग्स में, जो टेस्ट क्रिकेट, जिसमें टेस्ट क्रिकेट माफ़ी नहीं देता. तो टेस्ट क्रिकेट में जब तक आप वो परफेक्ट गेम नहीं खेलेंगे, जब तक आप गेम की सिचुएशन को उसके हिसाब से नहीं खेलेंगे या ज़्यादा गलतियां करेंगे, तो हमेशा टेस्ट क्रिकेट में आप रिज़ल्ट के दूसरी साइड पे होगे. तो बहुत सारी ऐसी चीज़ें जो हमें देखनी होंगी, चाहे वो शॉट सिलेक्शन हो, चाहे वो गेम के ऐसे मोमेंट्स हों जिसमें बॉल में हम या फील्ड में हम बेहतर कर सकते थे. और देखें, एट द एंड ऑफ द डे बात सबके लिए मतलब क्लियर है, अकाउंटेबिलिटी है, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी सबको लेनी पड़ेगी. और ऑब्वियसली रिजल्ट्स के हिसाब से ही एट द एंड ऑफ द डे आप जज करेंगे कि कौन किधर खड़ा होता है. बट कभी भी हम ये नहीं कह सकते कि बस एक साइड पे ये एक्सट्रीम कर लो, ये दूसरा एक्सट्रीम कर लो. ऑब्वियसली इसको ऑब्जेक्टिवली देख के, और एज ए टीम हमारे पास अभी सेकंड टेस्ट मैच है, हम सही तरीके से इसको एनालाइज करेंगे, रिफ्लेक्ट करेंगे और कोशिश ये करेंगे कि जो हमने इधर गलतियां की हैं वो बिल्कुल दोबारा रिपीट ना हो.
आपके 15 टेस्ट मैचेस में से 11 हारे हैं और इन्हीं 4 प्लेयर्स के साथ हारे हैं. सो आप भी तनकीद की ज़द में हैं. ओवरऑल एज ए टेस्ट नेशन भी हम डिक्लाइन की तरफ जा रहे हैं. सो बड़ी कॉल्स क्या लेनी चाहिए आगे बढ़ने के लिए?
सर देखें, ऑब्वियसली आप स्टैट्स देंगे और मैं उसको एक्सेप्ट करूंगा, बिल्कुल एक्सेप्ट करूंगा, लेकिन टेस्ट क्रिकेट में काफ़ी चीज़ें हैं जो हमें बेहतर करनी पड़ेंगी. मैं कभी भी किसी पे ब्लेम गेम नहीं खेलूंगा, मैं रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी खुद एक्सेप्ट करूंगा. लेकिन मेरी हमेशा ये कोशिश है कि हम एज ए टेस्ट टीम क्या चीज़ें अच्छी कर रहे हैं, क्या चीज़ें बेहतर कर सकते हैं और क्या चीज़ें हमें मज़ीद बेहतर करनी है एक अच्छी टेस्ट टीम बनने की. अगर मेरे आप इंटेंशंस का पूछें, मेरे प्योर इंटेंशंस उसी तरफ हैं. चाहे वो टीम सिलेक्शन हो, चाहे वो खेलना हो, चाहे वो अपनी बैटिंग पोजीशन हो, चाहे वो कोई भी टीम रिलेटेड कोई चीज़ हो. तो इसमें सबसे बड़ी जो बात है वो पाकिस्तान टीम किस तरीके से बेहतर हो सकती है. जैसे मैंने आपको पहले भी बोला कि टेस्ट क्रिकेट आपका बेस्ट मांगती है, टेस्ट क्रिकेट में आप कभी भी किसी वीकर ऑपोजिशन से नहीं खेलते। टेस्ट क्रिकेट एक ऐसी चीज़ है जिसमें बेस्ट वर्सेस बेस्ट होता है, और जहां भी आप मिस्टेक्स करेंगे उन मिस्टेक्स आपको मिस्टेक्स का मार्जिन नहीं मिलेगा।
पीएसएल की फाइनल के अगले दिन बाबर ने भी ट्रैवल किया, खुरम ने भी ट्रैवल किया, आप लोग 3 दिन मिले हैं। सो कराची में भी 1 दिन का हमने मैच खेला है। सो पीएसएल से उससे पहले T20 वर्ल्ड कप, उससे पहले वाइट बॉल खेल रहे थे, तो वो गायब काम होने की अच्छा ना होता? आप आकिब जावेद पहले मिलके लड़कों को बाहर निकाल के टेस्ट की तैयारी करते हैं, ये मिस्टेक हुई है मानते हैं?
सर देखें, ये मिस्टेक नहीं है। हर क्रिकेट को आपको, पीएसएल हमारी लीग है, उसको भी हम कॉम्प्रोमाइज़ किसी तरीके से नहीं कर सकते। और आजकल के जो मॉडर्न डे क्रिकेटर है वो हर जगह अपने आप को वो करता है, एडजस्ट करता है अपने आप को। गैप्स आते हैं टेस्ट क्रिकेट में, गैप्स मुश्किल होते हैं। अगर हम पहले भी देखें कि जब हम वेस्ट इंडीज़ से खेले उसके 10 महीने बाद हम साउथ अफ्रीका सीरीज़ खेले, उसके 6 महीने बाद हम बांग्लादेश का टेस्ट मैच खेले, तो ये चीज़ें भी हमें, वही मैं कह रहा हूँ कि इनको ऑब्जेक्टिवली देखनी होंगी। जी, अकाउंटेबिलिटी